This is a preliminary cut, and I've got my edging cut to 3/16 or plane to 3/16. So I've got to take this and subtract it from the height and the width, and then I've got to allow for my gap, my reveal. So I'm going to call that a 1/16. All right, this is this little bit that I'm going to do here for my hand pull opening. Revolves around using a 2-inch bit and an 1 5/8 bit, and then these are going to be my inlays. So I'll drill a hole to match that. I hope that this fits snugly into this opening. If it doesn't, I'll have to recut 2 more. But I'm going to take this apart, bandsaw those out. This is 1 inch thick. I cut this to a depth of 5/8, and then my piece is only 1/2 inch thick, so I should have plenty of room there. And then when I cut out this part, that'll give me my 3/16 reveal after the glue dries. So let me get those cut out, and then I'll show you my drill press setup. I ran a test cut here with my 2-inch bit. It's a little bit loose, so I may recut these, but I can't change the bit, so I'm going to cut my actual piece, and I've got this in place to keep this from being kicked out this way, a stop here to keep it from going that way, and then this little waste piece is going to help eliminate tear out, I hope, in my real piece here. Yeah, I'm going to have to recut those. Those got to be a little bit bigger. Alright, I've got a much better fit. I cut these at 10/1000ths over, and it's a good snug fit. So I'm not going to put it in too far. I'm going to put some glue on here and take it home. Alright, with a block plane, my number 4, and my scraper here, my number 80 Stanley, I've got this very close. I mean, it feels flush. I can still see the glue line a little bit, but I am going to I'm going to leave that alone for now and flip it over, do the same thing on the other side, and get the other one flushed up as well. But that right there took me probably 5-6 minutes. A2 is fractionally wider than A1, this being the bottom drawer and A1 is the top drawer. So I'm going to do this one first, sneak up on this cut. I do not want to get into this at all. I want to try and maybe just get it within a few thousandths of an inch, I hope. Well, it took 3 passes, but I'm nice and flush now, and I can drill this out. So now you see why it's so important not to disturb this setup, because you want to come right back to this center point again. And I've got my 1 5/8" bit installed, and it looks pretty good. I'm drilling from the face, or the front side, which is the side I drilled from originally. So let's hope this all holds together. I also got this block in here again. I don't know that I need it this time, but better to be safe than sorry. It makes a difference. Let's see how we did. There you go. That looks pretty cool. A little sanding. Take this sharp point off right here. I like that a lot. That is awesome. Got the drawers glued up and fine-tuned. This one just took very little. It glued up nice and square. This one, on the other hand, I got a twist in it, and you can see that here. If I push down on that, I've got a high corner back there in the back. So I had to take some off of here, some off of this side. It took me a little while to kind of get it to go and work halfway decent, but it's going to operate. So I'm glad about that. It's just a drawer for this tool case. It looks good, and when you operate it, you're never going to know that it's at a little out of square. So, and this one here is fantastic, and you can open them up. So there's the joint that I use, just that lock joint, tongue and groove. This is just a rabbet in the back, and then the bottom is cut to size, and that kind of helps square things up. So they're good in square, but like I said, with this one here, for some reason I got it twisted this way. But I'm pleased with that look. So I've got to do a little final sanding on it, and the other thing about it is that as I push them back, this one is just a little proud on this side, and this one the same thing. So I'm probably going to have to sand a little off of the back with my belt sander once I get the case mounted and find out how much I need to take off. But overall, that's a nice look. I like this right here.